Sometimes people look at this amber color and think it's just a drink. But if you really look through the glass, you're looking at part of a nation's foundation. Before Wall Street existed, before railroad tracks carved across the map, before the first oil well ever struck the ground, there was whiskey. In 1794, this liquid nearly divided the young nation. Farmers took up arms against a federal tax. It became known as the Whiskey Rebellion. It was the first major test of federal authority under George Washington. And in that moment, it became clear. This wasn't about alcohol. It was about taxation, power, and whether a new republic could survive its own internal tensions. Back then, on the frontier, corn spoiled quickly in the fields. Hauling heavy sacks over the mountains was a losing battle. But if you distilled that grain into whiskey, it became currency. Farmers in Kentucky discovered that by sending barrels down the Mississippi River to New Orleans, what was once perishable became liquid gold. What would later become known as bourbon was easier to transport, easier to trade, and of course, easier to tax. Even during the American Civil War, while the country was tearing itself apart, distilleries supplied troops and helped sustain regional economies in the midst of chaos. Whiskey wasn't just a toast. It was part of the economic machinery. So, did bourbon build America on its own? Of course not. Nothing builds a nation alone. But it fueled farmers, financed government, and put the Constitution to the test. And that helped shape the country forever. Cheers.